Welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited for our video. If you can't tell, I have done some book shopping, so we're gonna do a bit of a collective haul. Most of these did come in the mail yesterday, but some of them I've like kind of gotten over time since like a couple weeks ago. Honestly, I got these all pretty recent, so we're just gonna go ahead and get right into the haul. I have been doing some serious amounts of retail therapy, so that's what this is. I have so many books to show you guys and I cannot wait. If you saw my last video, which was me getting out of my reading slump, I'm gonna show you guys some of those books again. So it might be a little bit repetitive. A lot of these are new that I haven't showed you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. The first book I have just sitting right on top is Iron Flame. Unfortunately, it's not the sprayed edges version, but I am still so excited to have this. I still have the sticker on it. I got this one at Costco, which normally Costco has such good books for such good prices, but they had a really bad selection. This time that I went, they only had Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and then like some Colleen Hoover books, and then a bunch of kids books, which was so disappointing because I was ready to get so many books, but it's okay. It was probably a good thing that they didn't have a lot of books there. If you don't know anything about Iron Flame, this is the second book in the Fourth Wing series. I think it's projected to be like 5 books or so. So we got a ways to go with this series, but I am so excited. This is by Rebecca Yarros. The series is about Violet, who is a dragon rider, and the first book was all about her getting into the program, and then the second book is gonna follow her like actual training, which I think is gonna be pretty intense, and I am so excited to read this. It is a pretty big book though. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. It's a little over 600 pages, and holy cow. The font on this looks absolutely tiny. Ignore my naked little nails. I've been peeling off my gel. Anyways, the font looks so small on this. I don't know when I'm gonna read it, but I am excited too. I love Fourth Wing. I gave that one a 5 stars, so this will be exciting. The next book I have is Hopeless by Elsie Silver. I ordered this one a couple weeks ago. I actually like needed to order it. Not like needed, but I felt like I needed to because I have all of the mirror covers, and this is the 5th book in the series, and after I think December 4th, so it's too late now, but after a certain day in December, these are gonna stop being sold because they're moving to the newer covers, and I had to have this one in this cover because I have the first 4 in the mirror covers, so it's a whole thing. But I felt like I needed to get it, so I did pick this one up. This is the 5th book in the Chestnut Spring series, like I already said, and this one follows Bo, which going into this book, I'm like a little over halfway right now. This is my current read. Going into this book, I was not interested in Bo's story at all. Like, you get glimpses of all the other characters in the other books, and you see them like a decent amount throughout the books, but Bo is never a story that I have been very interested in, and I am a little over halfway, and reading this book, I just really feel like it could be 100 pages shorter. This book is 520-ish pages, which I feel like this series has been getting longer and longer each book that you go into the series, and this one is not one that needs to be this long. Coming off of Reckless, which was the 4th book, going into this is kind of disappointing because Reckless, oh my god, it was so good. It hurt my heart. Like, that book was so good. So reading this one is a little bit of a disappointment. The next 2 books that I have are part of a series, and I am so excited to read these books. I could like pee my pants. I cannot wait. And that is Kiss the Sky and Hot House Flower. I cannot wait to continue this series. These are book 4 and 5 of the Addicted series, and I have been absolutely loving that series. Like, I cannot believe I did not start it earlier. For the longest time, I told myself I would never read that series because it didn't seem like something I'd be interested in, but I am obsessed with this world and these characters, and I cannot wait to continue. So excited. Also, I love these new covers, and like their spines look so good together. I can't wait to like have all of them on a shelf. The next book I have is also part of a series. This is the 2nd book in, what is it called? The Naturals. This is the 2nd book in the Natural series. This series follows a group of teens that have like these special abilities, and so they've been recruited by the FBI to help them with cold cases and like active criminal cases. And This one looks so good. It's about a serial killer who is like a copycat of one of the teens' dads. I can't tell if this is blurry or not because like I need glasses. I read the first one like in October, I think, and it was so good. So I cannot wait to continue this series, and there's 4 books in this series and I'm only on the 2nd. So that's really exciting because it's such a good series. It's also YA and by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I didn't mention any of that, but I know this has been a pretty popular series, so I don't feel like I need to, but it's YA and by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The next book I have is The Xmas Holidays by Zoe Allison. This is a book I just saw at Target and I picked it up because I wanted to get a holiday read. I actually already read this one and it was pretty good. It's like a second chance romance and holidays, obviously. They work at a ski lodge, which I loved that setting so much. So I don't know, it was pretty good. Like I recommend it if you're looking for just like a wintry holiday romance. But like it wasn't anything like noteworthy. Then this next book I have is kind of out of my comfort zone and I'm actually really excited for it, and that is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I think that's how you say it. But I am so excited to read this. Jack the Ripper was like a super big serial killer in the 1800s in London, and this is about a girl who basically falls in love with him. I am so excited to read this. The only thing that bothers me is this book is so big. Like if you compare it to a regular sized book, I just hate how large it is. But nonetheless, I am really looking forward to this one. The next 3 books I have are more holiday books because honestly, why not? The first 2 I have are by the same author. It is Cody Hall. The first one is Nick and Noel's Christmas Playlist. This is about a guy who finds out that his long-term girlfriend has cheated on him, and it's right around the holidays and he is just devastated. And he works at like a family Christmas tree farm with his best friend, and then they kiss. And obviously he probably falls in love with her, honestly. The next book I have by that author is There's Something About Mary. I'm pretty sure this book was pretty big last year for like wintry romances. And then they have a new book this winter, something Holly in the title. I'll put it over here. But that one I also want to read, but I needed to take a break from buying so many books. This one, she also works at a family Christmas tree farm. I don't know if like it's the same one as this book because they are interconnected standalones. I guess that would make sense, but I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. I guess it's about a girl named Mary who's had a really bad year and she's trying to get over it, and she works at this Christmas tree farm. So I feel like these are gonna be very similar, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Oh my gosh, I have another holiday book. I forgot about this one. Okay, well anyways, the next one I have is In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. This is a Groundhog's Day kind of trope. So the main character, May, they have a cabin that her family goes to every year with like other families, and this is the last year that they're going to the cabin. So she's like driving away from the cabin and she's feeling really upset about it, and then the next day she wakes up and she's on a flight back to this cabin like a couple days in the past. So she's like reliving the same trip over and over again, which sounds like it might get a little repetitive, but we'll see. I do like a good holiday book. I think I'm gonna do a vlog where we read some holiday books. So maybe I'll read this one in there and we'll see like kind of how it is. This book has been around for quite a few years now though, so I feel like most people have already read this book. If you have, let me know what you think and if it's repetitive. And then the next book I have, I'm actually really excited about. The cover is so freaking cute, and that is The Book Club Hotel by Sarah Morgan. This book is about a widow who, she became a widow very young, and she runs this inn, and 3 friends like go to this inn to have like a vacation for their book club, I'm pretty sure. And then she like meets these women and they kind of bond over their like similar pasts. This sounds so good though, and this cover is so freaking cute. I'm so excited to read this. The next book I have is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This book has been out for like a month or so. I feel like the hype for it has died down a little bit. At least that's what it feels like. But I am still excited to read it. I don't know if I'm gonna read it soon since it is more of a summary book. It's about 2 people who are having like their end of the year party because they just finished their year in college, and they have a one-night stand, and then a couple days later they both end up working at the same summer camp. and like the summer camp has a rule where you're not allowed to like fraternize with other like staff. So I feel like this one is gonna be really interesting. I like the summer camp setting. I just feel like it's so summery. Like I don't know if I necessarily want to read it in December. Then I have Hooked by Emily McIntyre. I actually finished this book like 2 days ago and I have not stopped thinking about it. It was so good. This is not necessarily a retelling, but it includes like James Hook and Wendy and Peter, and it's kind of similar. It's a dark romance though, so it's no fairy tale, and it was so good. I actually ordered Scarred, the next one. It hasn't come yet, otherwise I would include it in my haul. I think it comes later tonight and I just wanted to film this video now. But I did order Scarred because I was so just in love. Like I loved how this book read. Like it was just so, I don't know, I want to say fun, but like it wasn't necessarily fun. It was just such a good quick read and I loved it, so I'm so excited to read the next one. And then the very last book I have is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This one's exciting because it's Ali Hazelwood's first YA novel, which I think is going to be interesting. It's about our main character Mallory, and she like swears off chess after it basically like destroyed their family, which I'm interested to see how chess did that to their family. But then she agrees to play one last game in like a charity tournament, and I'm assuming she meets the other chess player and they fall in love. Like I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but I am excited to see how I like Ali Hazelwood's writing in a YA setting. Anyways, those are all the books I have today. I tried to do this like kind of quick because I know it can get a little bit repetitive, but I am so excited to read all these. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next one so soon. Like, comment, subscribe. Anything you do helps me out so much and I really appreciate it. Okay, bye.